Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. You all should be set for this show in light of the fact that Lil Mama is being squeezed about being renounced and restricted from Hollywood, and fingers are being pointed at, in all honesty, Jay Zasper reports. Lil Mama accepts that she committed a moronic error when she was young, yet the way that the business actually holds it against her and the truth that Jay-Z has never truly shouted out about the occurrence that prompted Lil Mama's destruction have her enraged genuinely since the entire thing. Quantity of individuals who have emerged to drag Jay is low-key fascinating, and it makes them keep thinking about whether the tales are valid about how there is a fabulous arrangement set up to bring him down like Diddy. Lil Mama accepts that she committed a moronic error when she was young, but the way that the business actually holds it against her and the fact that Jay-Z has never truly shouted out about the occurrence that prompted Lil Mama's destruction has her enraged genuinely because the entire thing, the quantity of people who have emerged to drag Jay is low-key fascinating, and it makes them keep thinking about whether the tales are true about how there is a fabulous aura you all perceived how that pet laid mean out. There were minuscule objections, to a great extent, that he attempted to conceal by giving his craftsmen their lords first back. At that, however, Cassie's claim hit like a point, and block you all afterward, that went at any rate for some had skills. Lil Mama is a rapper who appeared in the right on time to mid-2000s when she was a youngster. And despite the fact that she didn't precisely have the rap scene down on lock, she was finding real success and was at that point becoming famous in the business. She had a few tunes that performed quite well and were even highlighted by a few top rappers like Lil Wayne, as well as Lisa Left Eye Lopez in the VH1 historical film, Insane, Attractive, Cool, The Attention Story. And she gobbled the roll-up so awfully that different individuals from Tinder, Loving Care, Chile, and T-Manager would welcome her on their visits and exhibitions to rap Lefty's essential melodies. No doubt, Lil Mama was that great, despite the fact that she had several knocks to a great extent. No one could deny that she was on the way up and was bound to succeed. However, it was unexpectedly different at the 2009 BMAS when she played the fool, and she wound up stepping on a few exceptionally strong toes and destroying her life and vocation everlastingly. When we discuss the 2009 VMAs, the main thing that comes to individuals' brains is that viral Taylor Quick and Kanye West second. However, there were much more tumultuous minutes in that show, like when Lil Mama went in front of an audience when Jay-Z and Alicia Keys were playing out their hit Melody Domain setting. Youngster, I recently flinched so hard when I watched this exhibition from this perspective, it was hella abnormal. Can plainly see Beyonce attempting to keep Lil Mama down and prevent her from going in front of an audience and shouting that Jay-Z won't generally approve of it, and he would be enraged to realize everything. Jay-Z couldn't express anything to Lil Mama while he was in front of an audience. Obviously, yet from the expression, for all reasons, he obviously abhorred what Lil Mama was doing on the grounds that she had removed the consideration from his presentation. Jokes were everything that could be discussed by sources who were behind the Jay-Z explosion when he left the stage. Source said he was shouting at the EMTV makers about the absence of safety. He obviously thought at first she was only a fan. Beyonce, at long last, quieted him down. Lil Mama realized that she had screwed up, and the following day she had her group orchestrate a meeting with MTV to address what was going on and make sense of why she did what she did. And this is how things have been entire and penetrating. Rush is simply siphoning. He comes in front of an audience, and he's singing New Why. And Alicia Keys is going. She resembles the enormous light swell, and truly, I got close to home. I really got profound, and I felt like I should believe it. New York Jay and I began to feel like I had begun to feel him. And I began to feel myself. And I just felt the energy. I kicked up and started strolling towards the stage, and I got up there, and it was very much like establishing him as a hero like Jay-Z. Mama is likewise from New York, so it makes sense why she got so close to home. However, she wasn't attempting to rationalize herself or legitimize her activities in light of the fact that she gave a genuine statement of regret to Jay-Z and uncovered that she would give him a one-on-one expression of remorse, assuming they at any point met. I need to apologize to both of you. I really couldn't want anything more than to have a one-on-one in light of the fact that I felt like I was being felt even on the stage at that point. I felt like it was a bond I didn't actually be able to hear what was emerging from Jay's mouth for. anyone. I wasn't attempting to be ill-bred, like putting the proceed. I resembled feeling it, and it simply occurred at a second where it was the VMAs, and it was like, well, for reasons unknown. The reports were valid about Jay-Z being vexed on the grounds that he hauled Lil Mama for foulness during a meeting that he had on the Angie Martinez show when he was gotten some information about the circumstance. Better believe it. I simply thought was, I could never. I could never do that. I couldn't have ever the nerve to do that. You realize it's very much like somebody's up there performing. Like we worked, we went to practices, and we did run, and we work. As a matter of fact, hard at the presentation to put on the act for individuals and to intrude on that second for us. You realize I don't feel that was the correct thing to do. I truly thought it was the comparable to how Kanye treated Taylor Quick, yet no. One truly discussed that in light of the fact that I'm not a little sweet young lady from the center of America. Were you furious? Were you irate? Definitely I was somewhat irate, no doubt, to be straightforward. Alright, I accept. For you understand what I will do. I'm battle Lil Mama, you look insane. The following thing we realized: Lil Mama quit getting airplay, quit becoming discussed in the media, and it reached a place where no one in the business needed to work with her any longer. As per reports, she is persuaded that her defeat closely relates to her episode at the VMAs with Jay-Z. She had everything set up for herself, as well as her profession was set to unexpectedly take off before the VMAs, before things went south, and from that point forward, Lil Mama has been asking to get her profession in the groove again. Yet nothing truly has worked out when an individual simply twistings crazy and continues spiraling out in light of the fact that your brain is very much like as of now currently. After continue requesting pardoning, very much like how I continued to request absolution. You do Tyra Banks show. I did the Tyra Banks show. I did this show graciously. Better believe it. I simply need to say, I'm sorry. I am sorry individuals actually beating on you, and afterward, individuals that are involved don't essentially act the hero or come like, guess what? Furthermore, what individuals find super strange is the way that her vocation might have been saved if just Jay and Alicia Keys could have said hello. She committed an error. However, it's cool, yet surprisingly, they did. Yet it resembled after years after the occurrence, and at that point the harm had previously been finished. Of course, don't do that. That is our sister, man. We love her. We love her. I wouldn't suggest individuals simply bounce on others' stage. However, you realize she's another Yorker. You understand what I'm talking about. She got energized, so you realize things occur. And obviously we love her and we don't. Yes, she's easygoing, and you realize it's everything. And she was coming from a position of affection. It's simply you, man, have been excessively energized. However, regardless, Lil Mama was always truly unable to get her profession in the groove again. And even to this day, fans accept what befell her was simply out of line. Another Yorker made up for lost time at the time. She didn't merit how they treated her. I don't mind. She was 19 years of age, filled according to the law. Yet a youngster, she was by and large exceptionally genuine with her statement of regret. To say it's anything but a conciliatory sentiment is off base, pardon, and push ahead. And however, it was exceptionally inept of her to get in front of an audience. Excluded during another craftsman's presentation, she didn't have terrible expectations. Being repudiated, taunted, and put down to this degree was a heavy cost to pay. Nobody ought to need to pay for a mix-up, not wrongdoing, for such a long time. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.